The first college football player has opted out of the upcoming season. Virginia Tech corner Caleb Farley, a projected first-round pick, is the first college player to opt out.
Great point. And
he will spend the year training for the NFL draft. So it's not because of health-related issues. I think it's more because of money-related issues.
Oh, I think it's both. We haven't had many guys duck a season before this. I think it's money-related issues that people look. If you're a college football guy and you get it, people look down on you. I think it's both. We see other college guys opt out. Do you think?
I think so. And again, I think when you look at it as well, I don't know Caleb Farley at all. Maybe it could be that he's looking at it and saying, I don't know that I really want to go to class. The school isn't for me. I want to play in the NFL and make millions of dollars. I would argue that he's a projected first-round pick. But nonetheless, I think there could be a myriad of reasons why Caleb Farley has chosen to take this path. And, again, it's his decision. Wish him well. I certainly wouldn't hold it against him if I was a general manager, trying to figure out if I was going to select him in the draft. This wouldn't be anything that would concern me. You're going to see college players opt out. But I don't think it's going to do anything to overly jeopardize the season at this point if college football starts on time. I think the biggest issue that the true first-round top 10 picks have is the timeline still going to be the timeline? Am I still going to be able to finish my collegiate season and have time to get ready for the combine, get ready for my pro day, and do all that? If you move off that timeline, then you're going to see everybody opt out that has any hope of being in the draft next year.
The tweet gets a lot more attention when Adam Schefter, though, puts in projected first-round pick. That gets everybody's attention.
Yeah, I don't know what mock he's referring to, but I mean, sure.
His own. He just created his own right now.
Okay, I didn't even think about I wasn't even going to go to opt-outs, but it got me thinking about, other guys opt out. Well, I don't think anyone's opting out early in the year, but let's say we start college football September 12th, 19th, whatever, or the Big 12 may start early and then skip some weeks like they're talking about doing. If we start college football, not that many do what this guy did. What happens when you start the team that was expected to start 5-0 starts 2-3? Star player twists his knee a little bit. Could be back in 3 weeks. But you're still protocoling. You're still having players left and right test positive. Then does that accelerate somebody saying, I'm out?
I think it could be the legitimate reason that they use, but I think that happens now. I mean, I think if a season starts to go south and you're a player on that team and you're already nursing an injury that could certainly affect your draft stock, then I think you're looking for a reason to shut it down. And so, and again, no one is going to argue over if somebody says I don't feel comfortable playing in this environment. No one should, challenge anybody on that. So, I think you could see that, certainly. And there could be players that, again, there's 85 players on all these rosters. So it stands to reason that there's going to be, 2 or 3 on every roster that have some sort of health ailment or have somebody in their real immediate family that they can't go 4 months without seeing that, is high risk, and they may choose to opt out.
Didn't De'Ara King kind of do what we're talking about? He played 4 games for Houston, and then
that was all about maintaining eligibility so he could play a full year somewhere else.
Right, but I mean, it's just as far as trying to preserve his own career and wanting to go elsewhere.
So, what do you think the protocols will be in college football? Typically, you go to a hotel the night before a game, even home games. You think that's out?
You brought up a good point the other day. I think the hotel gives you the control, which is what I think the coaches and athletic directors are going to really want.
Yeah, now it costs a lot too.
It does cost a lot. But I do think that they will be in the hotel. I think with my question on the logistics of how they will do it, it would be more, are there any trips that you could take the day of the game? Do you have to always stay? I'd be a little bit more concerned about the hotel in a different city than I would be the hotel in my hometown. But I I think it'll be interesting to see where kickoff times are. And if you're a 7 or 8 o'clock start and it's not that bad of a trip, if you're staying within the South, then if I'm an athletic director, I would certainly consider, maybe avoiding the Friday night hotel on the road.
Yeah, I think the hotel, though, because it does give you more control. But I think you might send in a team of people to go and wipe everything down, make sure all the staff knows to wear masks, which I'm sure they're doing already, but make 100% sure that when your team and players and staff are all coming in, that everything is 100% good. Joking about this, but if you had an entire football team full of Boy Scouts, could you take your tents, sleep outside, cook by the campfire, and then you don't have to worry about going inside at all?
Are you roasting marshmallows?
Of course.
Okay, well, then I'm in.
Okay.
So if
Kyle
you're roasting
Trask is questionable. What happened? Bear attack.
Right. Grizzly got him. Good point.
That's why I'm joking.
Let's talk a little hardball. There was a little fight of sorts when the Dodgers played the Astros. I got a lot of thoughts on that. It's next. Stay with us.